I don't think they're going to come to your house at 3 o'clock in the morning, chain you up, and beat you in the front yard with heavy mining equipment and let you bleed to death in the moonlight. Hey guys, it's Chris from Outbound Terrain. Hope you guys are doing okay. It's July. I don't know what day it is. Doesn't matter. Welcome to the channel, the place that rocks, the place that never stops. Do I have to keep saying that, man? Well, I'm glad you guys are here. Today we're going to whip it, and we're going to whip it good. Actually, we're going to put on a 32-inch whip antenna, a GMRS antenna, for my 2007 Jeep Wrangler. Look at that thing. Look at it! Isn't it awesome? Anyway, so let's get going, and let's talk about some things first. Welcome to the channel, man. I'm glad you're here. So I decided to go GMRS. So I put this radio in. And I'm not going to go over all the installation stuff with this guy. This is one of the Midland MXTA26 mobile GMRS two-way radio. Anyways, got it in there. And I'll kind of go over what I did to mount it a little bit. It's pretty self-explanatory. This is plastic. I put a couple screws in for the base, and then it slides in. And then I just mounted my mic up here. So this is just quick stuff. And easy to grab the mic. It's not in the way. It's not on the driver's side. So that's the radio. And then let me show you the antenna that came with this package. Nice radio, but hold on a sec. Now, when I bought the Midland radio, the GMRS radio that I just showed that I mounted, it came with an antenna. This is the stock antenna that came with it. Now I put it behind here, which probably is not a good place to put it, but you can't put it on the roof of the Jeep because, you know, obviously it's, you know, soft top. But anyways, I tried it out. It's got a magnet on it, works pretty good. It came with a kit. I mean, I'm not knocking it. On the trail it works great, and you know, like I said, I don't have a problem with it, but I wanted a little more power. I'm out on the road a lot. I wanted to be able to throw a signal a little bit farther. So that's a 3 dB, decibel. dB, not dirt bag. It could mean that, but and certainly there's a lot of those around lately, but it means dB. So it's a 3 dB, remember that, okay? Now, one more thing I forgot to tell you about this. They say that GMRS, which means General Mobile Radio Service, is pretty much taken over CB, Citizens Band radios. Now, I've had this old Cobra 40 for 10 years, I think. And since I mounted the other radio down here, I'm leaving this in here. I'm just going to keep it in there, just in case, for nostalgia purposes. But hey, it works great. Why not? Why not have both, CB and GMRS? Hey guys, we're in the shop right now. I think I fucked up my shoulder again. I got bad shoulders. I'm old. Hey, you know, we're in Northern California. It's about 100 degrees outside in the shade. Typical valley weather here. We're in the foothills. We're up a little higher, so it's a little cooler up here. But, you know, I hear birds chirping out there. I hear horses neighing. And I feel bones cracking. Man, old age is a bitch, dude. You know, I'm getting the upper end of middle age here, and you know, you wake up in the morning, and you're like, you gotta roll out sideways. Hurry, miss. You feel like you're fucking 90 years old. Anyways, so let's go over this real quick. It's like, you know, I don't care, man. I just, you know, I come on here, I try to entertain you guys. There's a lot of boring shit on YouTube, you know, so enjoy this. Anyway, so I wanted the kit. So I wanted this better antenna. Getting back to business. So I wanted a 32-inch whip antenna, which Midland makes for this radio, actually. Like I said, the little dinky one, the little short one, the 3 dB one, 3 decibel. We want the long one, which, you know, everybody wants that. Longer is better. Well, not in my book it is anyways, but you know, I do the best I can. You can't do much to the sides, but you can sure give the middle hell. That's an inside joke. Anyways, so let's do that. I ordered this from a company. It's called Walcott Radio. Now they had the full kit. I don't want to go looking for the coax cable, the mounting plate, and the antenna. I just went, and it was $106 for the whole thing. I'll leave a link down below somewhere. But anyway, so let's check this out. So it just came today. Came fast, man. Good company, man. They just whipped this thing right out. So here's the box. Camera's doing wonky things. All right. There's the antenna. All right. Kind of halfway out. So this is the 6 dB gain. So we got a little more dB there, which is twice the 3B. Anyways, this is the it's the MX2A26. MX2A26. It's a 32-inch whip antenna by Midland, who makes the radio. So there it is. And we're gonna mount it up anyway. So what else came in here? What's in the box? You know, okay, we got the mounting plate. So this is for the 2007 and up. So this is a JK kit, just so you know. I'm gonna put a link where you can get this thing. I searched all over and I found this one. So they put the whole kit together for you. Great deal. This is what we're gonna mount the antenna on the fender. So it's an NMO mount, which means new Motorola mount. That's what NMO stands for. Okay, so we're gonna get that on there. What else is in here? What else? What else? Okay, we got the coax cable. And we got the mount for the antenna. And I'll go over all this later. So that's it. Three parts, 3 pieces, and that's all you need, man, in the radio. Gotta have that. But I was gonna tell you something else I forgot. Anyways, so let's go over this. Like I said, glad you're here. I hope this helps you out, man. I know I'm kind of an idiot, but you know, not a real big radio guy. And the only reason, like I said, I want to put the taller antenna on there is just, you know, I'm on the road a lot. And maybe get a little more, you know, reception and broadcasting range. And that's about it. And so let's do this, man. One more thing, man, before we get started. Sorry about that. I just, you know, this is kind of just off the cuff. I'm just doing this video. Somebody told me, be sure to tell them your GMRS radio needs to be licensed through the FCC. Government agency. You know, the FCC is like the rest of them. I'm not going to say anything bad about them, whatever. But it's supposed to be licensed. The license is like, what, $35 a month? Or $35 for the license, and I guess it's good for 10 years, whatever. And even your sister could use it. How are you doing, sister? I'm pretty good. You just got to get an FCC license. But anyways, so just so you know that, I don't think it's enforced. I don't think they're going to come to your house at 3 o'clock in the morning, chain you up, and beat you in the front yard with heavy mining equipment and let you bleed to death in the moonlight. I hope not. We're kind of headed that way, though, it seems. But anyways, just so you know that, it needs a license. But I don't think you need one. Of course, you know, I'll probably get in trouble for this, but it is what it is. Okay, guys, let's get this done. I hope that's a good camera angle. It's about 100 degrees out here, so I got to kind of hurry up because my GoPro is going to get hot, and it's not a good thing. So you ready? Let's do this. So this is a 10 millimeter right here. Let's take this out, and like I said, I hope you guys can see that. This is where you're going to mount the bracket. Put that baby out. In there, man. Okay, now next thing, here's the end of our cable right here. What I want to do is go ahead and set this up right now. Now this is important. This goes through the bottom. That's going to ground to the plate. Okay, now there's this little plastic washer right here. It's going to go like this. Actually, it would have to go like this. There's no instructions for this thing, so I'm kind of just winging it. So that would go there. Little washers inside, right? So invert it. There you go. And this guy comes through the bottom, and I would get it kind of a position where I want to put it. So this will screw this way, and it's kind of hard to get on there because there's a rubber washer on the bottom of this antenna mount right here. It needs to be torqued down pretty good, and I'll torque it down later. So let's get some kind of position where this is going to go. Which that's about right there. So it's going to run here. Hope you can see that. Now, there's a screw I took out, and what I did, this needs to be grounded to the fender, right? That's the ground for this plate. what I'm going to do on an extra washer here. I'm just going to put that on, give it a little more ground surface area. You probably don't have to do that. So that's going to go in there. There's our bracket. Just snug it up. It's got a little play if you snug it up against the inside of the fender like that. So we'll tighten that 10 millimeter down like so. Now I was thinking there's 4 holes here. I might put a self tapper in one of these to kind of just give this a little more stability and a little more ground, right? So maybe some tappers right here, and I'll show you those later. But, you know, give this some torque because you don't want this antenna to come up. It's kind of expensive. Well, the antenna itself is 54 bucks, which is not too bad. You can get it from Midland or Amazon or whatever. All right, so there we go. What I can do, I kind of got this where I want it. It's going to go under the, right next to the fender apron. And use a crescent because you got these 2 flat surfaces you can just go like this with. Kind of make sure that antenna doesn't twist. Like that. Give it a little more torque. You don't want to lose your antenna. Alright, so that's mounted. Now we got to run our cable. This is the not fun part. Is I'm going to put it through the firewall down here. Now there's a little oval plug underneath this master cylinder. And let's kind of go over a little bit, guys. Yeah, this GoPro's getting hot. They don't like heat. GoPros don't like heat, man. Like I said, it's 100 degrees out here. So we're going to hurry up here. Right down in here is where it goes down. So I'm going to run my cable in there, okay? So give me just a minute. I hope you guys can see this. Like I said, I don't want to keep saying that. Let's get a little more angle on the camera. There. All right, so here's the cable. Now the cable's 15 feet long. We don't need a 15-foot cable. What we're going to do is feed it on through there. Fuck. Hold on a sec, guys. Now this comes on here. That goes to your radio, right? So what I'm going to do to make it easier to get through is I'm going to pull that off, okay? And we're going to feed that in there. Set this somewhere. It says it's all on the fly. I've never done this before. There's a little hole here. It's hard to see with the this is a 2007 JK, so my big fat head won't be in the way. So that's going to go right through there. Feed it through. Now this is coming out by my gas pedal and brake. So I'm going to feed that all the way through. Actually, I'm going to go through and pull it through. Okay. Get the slack out of that thing. All right. You said that's the hard part, guys. I'm going to pull this through. There we go. All right, man. So that's down there. Let's seat it right there. Okay. I'm going to close the hood. So that's done. That's the hard part. All right. Okay, guys. So I closed the hood. I'm just going to check clearance on this cable. See how we're doing there. So there it is. Hood's all the way closed. Now I didn't want it to pinch, so there's a little bit of play if you pull it, so it's not pinching that cable. So that's the mount, and we'll get in the cab and do the rest, okay? Okay, there's my cable. Just got it out. It's through the firewall, and I'm going to try to get in here and show you guys this. Now the light isn't very good. I'm doing this with one hand. You see that plug right there? It's kind of hard to see. That's where all that cable came through. Here, let's try this. I hope you can see it. It's dark in here, but that's where it comes through right there, guys. Let's pull that all the way through. We're gonna have a lot of slack, but we'll worry about that later. Now you can see where I pulled my cable through under that console. It's pretty tight there, so that's good. One other thing, to put the antenna on this radio, and this is where I mounted it, right here on the side, kind of out of the way. There's a speaker. Now another thing, there's some tabs you pull to get this out. So there's your mounting bracket. I just went right into the plastic with those 2 screws. It's pretty sturdy. What's cool about this radio, it's got an external speaker hole right here. You can put an external speaker in there, give it a little more, because it's over here, it's kind of hard to hear if you're driving a little bit. So I'm going to run a external speaker when I get a chance. Another thing that's cool about this radio, it's got a little plug for a USB port right there, so you can plug accessories and stuff in there. I thought that was pretty cool. Anyways, so let's get this antenna on, okay? And then we'll put it in there. It's just easier to put on the antenna when it's not mounted in that bracket. All right. So here's the end of the cable. Now see how easy it would be to pull that through having this thing on there? You put this on later. So let's put that on. Right now it screws on. There's a little pin in there. Let's torque that down pretty good. Like that. Nice and snug. Now, just plug this mama in. There's my antenna mount, or my antenna. It's kind of a tight squeeze because they're all pins in there. You guys can see this, like I said, it's a hard angle. There, so that's on. And let's put this back in the bracket. It's kind of tricky. There we go. It snaps in. There's my mic cable. It goes up to the dash. Now, I'm going to run this later. I'm just doing this real quick to show you. You know, I'll put this under the console later so you don't see it. This is the power wire to the radio that goes in to the plug I showed you on the other side, your cigarette lighter plug, and there's two. One's constant power, and this one is when you turn on the ignition, the accessory. Can't see it in this picture, but anyways, so there you go. And what I'm going to do after that is run all this cable, and what they say to do, don't wad all this up. You know, you'd think you'd zip tie this all together and stick it under the dash. They say you want to run as much cable as you can in different areas of the car, because you don't get the same performance and reception if it's all wadded up and it's zip tied together. So that's a little tip I learned. So once again, this is what I mean. Don't do this. Don't wrap it all up and tuck it under the dash. This is the old antenna cord anyways. So, like I said, it's going to kind of knock out some of your performance on the radio for some reason. I don't know why. I'm not a radio guy. I'm just putting this in to show you guys the quick install. So all the cord and cabling's in there. We're hooked up to the radio. We got power to the radio. And I'm just going to go through this quick. I'll clean all that stuff up later, like I said. Let's mount our radio. There's a little pin right here. That's going to, it pushes up. It's got a spring on it, right? That's going to go here. Of course, we're going to screw it on. That's the easy part. Okay, guys, last thing. It's all hooked up. Cabling's hooked up. Power's hooked up. Let's see how she works. Do a little antenna test here.
Stockton and Modesto today, sunny.
In scan mode. Anyways, so it works. I'm tucked in a little valley here, so there's not really, I'm probably not getting a good signal, but I picked up NOAA weather radio, so, and that's far away. That's NOAA weather radio. The station's about 20 miles away from me, so I picked that up. So anyways, that's it. It's in. It works. Yahoo. So there it is, guys, all installed. Works great. I take it out and try it out maybe on a hill or a mountaintop. Take it up and see what kind of reception we're getting. So it doesn't look too bad. Kind of happy with it. Well, that's it, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. I hope that helped you out. Easy to put in, and didn't have any problems with it. You just got to run all your stuff, and that's what I did. I mean, there's other ways to do it, and I'm going to get that external speaker and kind of mount it up higher where I can hear it, maybe on my overhead console. So that's going to be it. Be sure to subscribe. I really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, and like I said, I left the technical stuff in that website where you can buy this whole kit. And that's the only kit I could find for the JK that had everything in it, and we go fishing around for stuff. So check that out. I hope that helps you out. And this is Chris from Outbound Terrain. You guys take care, stay safe, and with any luck, I'll see you out on the trail, man.